What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Future Fight video. Alright, so in this video here, we're going to be taking a look at X-23 and trying her out with a few different CTP options. So right now, we just have a regular damage proc on her with a standard obelisk. We have a recovery rate, max HP 160 proc, which I do like this on her for the kind of extra survivability with that max HP and recovery rate. 160, of course, I'd prefer that to be higher, but I wanted to see just how strong she could be if we tried her out with a CTP of Energy and also a CTP of Rage. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be comparing all of those together. We'll also see what kind of damage we're doing with this base obelisk first as maybe like a control or something like that, so we can see what kind of damage we're doing here. Then we'll switch over to I was kind of tempted to do them a little bit out of order. I was going to switch to Rage after this and then switch to Energy after that, just in case I leave Energy on her, because I do have plans for the Rage, but the Energy, I do have other characters that could use it, but it's not the end of the world if I leave the Energy on her. So yeah, I think that's the route I might go. So anyway, we're going to do some base testing here with this obelisk just real quick. We're not going to try to draw out this video too long, so we're not going to be doing like a full fight or full clear. So it'll be like either the first 30 seconds or the first minute of the battle and see what kind of damage that we can do. Let's take a look at my build here on X-23 before we start seeing some numbers. Alright, so she has a legendary uniform, getting close to mythic there. I think we still need BIOS though, so not maybe as close as I'm thinking. Her isolate set, we have a stage 6 Power of Angry Hulk. Her skills, we have everything leveled up except for the second skill. Her gears, or her Urus, we have just one Odin Blessing on her, and then we have a few regular Urus. I think those are just what, crit rate and physical attack, and then some crit damage there. Here are her stats, which these will change a little bit for the CTP of Rage, because I will probably put some dodge Urus on her, but I think the Rage should get me capped. Yeah, the Rage should get me capped on my crit rate, because I believe the Rage is giving me like 25 or 30% crit rate, so we should be good there. So I shouldn't have to change any of that around, just mainly trying to bump up that dodge stat. So that'll be the only thing that changes. We can show my cards at the start here. Here are the card stats. You can pause it if you want to take a look here. We still have no pierce damage, so none of that's going to be taken into account here. So yeah, let's get into the first test here with a regular obelisk on her and see what kind of damage she does. Alright, so for the testing, we're going to be trying her out against Proxima and also Null. So we have two different, I think pretty good bosses to take her against, and we're actually going to be using Doc Voodoo's lead because she does do better with Doc Voodoo, so she does more damage with Doc Voodoo's lead opposed to Crescent's even 60% lead, even though her buff or her debuff duration effects from her uniform do not stack with Dr. Voodoo's debuff lead, so we're not getting the bonus of having both of those either added together or kind of having any interaction at all, which I kind of think they should interact. I don't think it should necessarily be additive, like her 20% should not be added to this 40% to go to 60%, but this 40% lead should get 20% stronger with her uniform. So, you know, it should be like 48% or 50% after the 20%'s been applied kind of thing. But anyway, this is the team that I'm going to be using here. We have Dazzler because X-23 is a mutant. And then we're using just all damage strikers here, so no crowd control strikers or anything like that. So no mind control or no all defense down, because she does apply her own all defense down. It only goes up to 81%, I believe, with Doc Voodoo's lead. But yeah, let's go ahead and get a test run right here and see what her damage looks like. And we need to start over. Fantastic. I tried this many times, and that's only happened twice out of all my test runs. So yeah, fantastic. I really hate when it just procs on the very first hit. That was a one hit. Literally one hit. Thanks, game. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, let's try this again. Let that play for a second. Go into the 5th skill, and there is our damage. And then we do 4, 3, back to 5. And right here is the issue. Her 5 has a very, very hard time proccing the obelisk for some unknown reason. It looks like there's a lot of hits. I see a lot of numbers going up there, but The Obelisk just never seems to want to proc. When it does proc, the damage is pretty good, but look at this. Nope. I have done this quite a few times, so I know what to expect here. And usually, I've already got her to the phased, if the proc would actually go off there. So this is a bit slow. I've done this quite a few times, and when the proc is actually cooperating, we get the change at 4 minutes and either 27 or 28 seconds. It's very consistently at 4:28 or 27. Like I said, when the proc is actually working. So in about 30 seconds, she gets Proxima to phase change right here. So that's kind of what we're going to be looking for when we switch the Obelisk here for a CTP. So now let's go ahead and move over to Null. So we'll go over to Null here, and this is the team we're going to be using. We have Mystique for her extra support, and then we have Elsa for the leadership here for physical attack. And my Elsa also has a CTP of Insight on her, if you're curious about that. So let's see what kind of damage we could do against Null here. And basically just going to go for the first minute, or actually we'll go to the first phase change for Null. I think that's what I've been doing. Or maybe she just gets there in a minute, and that's why I've been doing that. And again, it does seem to do more damage to cancel the Awakening skill into the 5th skill, even though you're not getting all defense down here applied to Null. Normally you'd want to do that because there's no all defense down on her Awakening skill, but there is all defense down on the 5th skill. So that's normally why you would want to do that. But even here against Null, it just seems like the damage is better doing it that way. Alright, so yeah, I think we're just going to do the first... Did we miss the proc? Yeah, the first 30 seconds. Yeah, that's what I usually see. So he does that you think you can hide kind of thing, and does this first attack right here at the bottom of the 55th bar around the 30-second mark for X-23. So that's what we're going to be hoping to beat with the CTPs. Hopefully we can beat it by a lot. But now all that's left is to swap on over to the CTPs. And again, I think I'm going to do the CTP of Rage first, so we might be doing the better one first and then moving into maybe the least exciting one with the, well, I shouldn't say least exciting one, this Obelisk here is the least exciting, and then we'll end with the CTP of Energy. So I'll be right back after I adjust her stats for a CTP of Rage. Alright, so we're back. We have the CTP of Rage equipped, and there was actually no stat adjustments needed. All I did is pop on the CTP of Rage, and she was capped out for her crit rate and her dodge, so I didn't even need to apply any Urus, which is quite nice, because I just noticed I got a really good roll on this CTP of Rage. 31.6 and 30%. Isn't the max like 32 on both of those? So this is actually a really good one. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, we have a good CTP of Rage here. So now let's see what kind of damage we can do with the CTP of Rage, which this one should be the best out of all the, all the options that we're going to be trying here today. But let's find out. Maybe she has more chain hits than it appears, even though the Obelisk begs to differ with it not proccing. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. Again, we're looking for, well, we're just looking for a lot of damage here. So we'll do this, go into the 5th skill. That's a lot less damage. Did the Rage just not go off? Alright, here we go. Okay, so yeah, that's looking better. We'll try to get a little bit in here with that skill. Do that. At least the Rage is activating a lot more consistently. Okay, hold on. So we were 5 seconds faster. Is that a big difference? Not really. 5 seconds. Probably would have expected to see a little more, but definitely looked a lot easier to play her because for some reason the Rage was activating a lot easier than the damage proc was actually proccing. But that's probably because the Rage is based off of your critical hits and your dodge. So as long as she's landing critical hits, the Rage is going to activate, whereas the proc is just a 10% chance when attacking kind of thing. So that's probably what's going on here. Alright, well, you got out of range there, so let's see what we can do here. Okay, that looked like that was better damage at the start there. I feel like that first run we didn't get a lot of damage on that first Awakening skill rotation. Yeah, look at this. This seems a lot better. We're back here at, yeah, that was like 37, so that was like 10 seconds faster. Okay, so that's a little bit better. So we're about 10 seconds faster with this CTP of Rage. Okay. I can work with that, but let's see what kind of damage we can do against Null. Alright, here we go. Over to Null. Didn't change anything around here. We got the same strikers. Let's see if she has a better shot at maybe even clearing Null. I don't know. With the regular damage proc, we're 10 bars short. I don't know how that translates to time, but we were 10 bars short. At the 3-minute mark, we're at 41 bars when we needed to be at 31 bars. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, so we'll activate you, get some damage. Yes, I like the damage. But the damage looked good with the awakening skill before, so let's just keep going here. Okay. Okay, well we've already surpassed the 54 bars, or 55 bars, I just noticed that in 30 seconds. So she's only 3 bars faster for the damage. Oh, I should use the awakening skill there. So she's 3 bars faster for the damage right here. But can she actually, where is she going to get to with the 3-minute mark? Stop stunning me. Yeah, so let's get to the 3-minute mark. So this will be a little bit longer, so I apologize for that. So we're about to get stunned here, but let's see if we get a little bit more damage in before that happens. All right, there we go. Yeah, so almost right here. Once we get to 41 bars, that's where she was at before. Alright, so she was right here at the 3-minute mark, so we're 40 seconds faster so far, so that's pretty nice. 40 seconds faster than the obelisk. Here we go. Let's just keep doing some damage here, and she's looking like she might make it. Come on, girl. Do a little bit more damage. You're almost there. You're so close. I could use the awakening skill right here, but I think I want to save that for once he gets up off of the throne. Okay, can you stop knocking me backwards? That is pretty annoying. Alright, so we're almost there. Come on, get to 31. Push him over. If I used the awakening skill, we would have definitely been there. So we're only 5 seconds short. Interesting. So she actually has a shot here with the Ctp of Rage at maybe being able to clear Null. Yeah, so that'll actually maybe... You know what? That'll be in a separate video. I'm going to try to get that clear right now before I switch over to a Ctp of Energy. Because I know I'm not going to leave the Ctp of Rage on her. I like you, X-23. I like you, Laura. But that Rage, it's going on someone else because she's not practical with the Rage. It looks like she might be able to clear Null, but this is stage 2. There's a lot better options for my raid, so I'll just put it that way. But I'm going to try to get that clear, so look out for that video. Hopefully I'll get the clear. But we'll be back after I get that clear, hopefully, and I switch over to a Ctp of Energy to see how that will compare to the Ctp of Rage. So I'll be back after that happens. Alright, and we are back. So I've unequipped the Ctp of Rage, and now we have a Ctp of Energy equipped on her. We have a 200% proc on this. So let's see what kind of damage we can do with the Energy and compare it to Rage. See if it's going to be at least similar, but I have a feeling that Rage is definitely going to be the best option because she just doesn't seem to do a lot of hits. Her animations are quite deceiving. It seems like she's doing a lot of hits, but I don't think she actually is. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hop back over here now. Go back over to our world boss. And yeah, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. Same stage, same team, same strikers. Let's go. Come on, Ctp of Energy. Let's see some big numbers here because that would be quite nice. Alright, so start off the same way. Look at this. Oh, did we miss the proc? No, I don't think we did. Oh, wow. That seems like more damage. Weren't we just staying at, like, in the 14 bar range after we did that first awakening skill? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay. Well, at least against Proxima here, that is more damage than the Ctp of Rage. Maybe it just synergizes really well with the Awakening skill, because the Awakening skill has a lot of hits. The Awakening skill, of course, combined with the 5th skill, does the most damage for her skill rotation. You can only do that every 30 seconds, but yeah, that was quite impressive. 43 seconds. What we're at? We're at 10 seconds faster with the Rage. Was 27 to 37. So this is 5 seconds quicker than the Rage. So that would be like 15 seconds faster than a regular damage proc obelisk. Interesting. Maybe we'll do that one more time just to see if it's consistent, but that, yeah, that damage looked really good. Huh. Imagine that. Maybe the energy is actually going to outperform Rage. Again, it just didn't seem like she was doing a lot of hits. And the only thing I'm basing that off is just how hard it was to proc a regular damage proc obelisk on her. But energy, I don't know, maybe it's got a few tricks up its sleeve. Oh, don't get out of range. There we go. Yeah, we're getting past the 14th bar, which I think we're still in the 14th bar when we're using Rage. I'm pretty sure. Okay, well, energy didn't go off there, but still very similar and still quicker than Rage. Actually, no, this is about the same as what Rage did. So this was a little bit slower, but that was just because the proc didn't go off. So Rage just maybe seems more consistent on getting it to activate. The damage procs aren't as consistent on her, but with the amount of damage I'm seeing here, she should be putting in a lot of hits. So I'm not sure why they're not proccing if she's, you know, dishing out a lot of hits. Very weird. But yeah, energy is actually looking better than Rage right here, at least in this initial look. Let's go over to Null here and see what happens with the energy equipped. So there we go. And oh yeah, I had put that on there. Let's take you off, put Fury back on. Keep the same strikers. Don't want to change anything around here. So yeah, let's see what energy does against Null. I'm curious, if energy outperforms Null, or outperforms Rage here against Null, then yeah, she'll be a good candidate for energy. Okay, here we go. Let's get our damage rolling here. Let's see how consistent we can be with our procs here. 40. Okay, so she did get there about the same speed as Rage, or maybe that was a little quicker actually. Because with Rage we didn't actually get stunned by that blast, I don't think. But yeah, let's get to the phase change here, the 3-minute mark. Let's see how much damage she does getting up to 3 minutes. Can we have hello, energy? Where did you go? Okay, energy took a vacation there for that. Oh, now it goes off right when I'm trying to line up my next proc. All right, fantastic. See, that's the one thing that I just don't understand. If she's doing so many hits here, how can she not get these obelisks or energy here in this case to actually proc? I don't understand that. Alright, I mean, at least it's very consistent when I use the Awakening skill. That is something, but still. Oh, that's this number. Alright. Alright, we weren't able to cancel that one out. Because you can skip that stun phase right there with the co-op skill if you time it correctly. Alright, no, maybe the damage isn't quite as good as Rage. But it might just be because of the inconsistencies with the proc. That might be the only reason, though. Like, if the proc was super consistent, it might outdamage Rage, but since it's not super consistent, it doesn't look like it's going to outdamage Rage. It is close, though. I don't remember how short we were last time with Rage. Because I did a few runs in between because I was trying to get that clear. against Null with her, and that was using Rage, and I had switched to Valkyrie as my striker, so that was 15 seconds short. So you know what, let me switch over to Valkyrie, because I did a lot more runs with Valkyrie as my support while trying to get that clear, so I have a lot better idea of the damage there. So let's see if Energy can catch up to Rage or perform the same as Rage here with Valkyrie. Because Valkyrie gives us that extra ignore dodge, so that's why she's like super good here against Null. So let's see if we can see similar results. So playing super aggressive with the Rage, I was getting him off of the throne at what, 3 minutes and like 15 seconds with Valkyrie here. Alright, so we need to wait for all that to reset now. So that's the one thing I didn't have to wait for on Rage. When I got knocked back like that, I didn't really have to wait or reset my skills right there and kind of stall to make sure that I actually lined up my proc, you know? So that's one thing that's a little less convenient with the damage proc. Alright, okay, so he's just doing this now, that's fine. Alright, let's do this. Did we get there? Yes, we did. Oh, no, I don't think I hit that in time. See, now I'm off on the damage proc, because I'm used to the Rage and just being able to spam skills. Oh, of course that procs it. So that's going to ruin our... That's still a lot of damage, though. So that's going to ruin that one. Alright, come on, let's get a... There we go. Let's get it to proc properly here. So we've had a few mess-ups here with our proc, that's for sure. But we're starting to get down there. It doesn't look like she's going to make it, but... It's definitely going to be close. We'd have to use the Awakening skill. I didn't have to use the Awakening skill with Rage, or did I? Did I use the Awakening skill right here at this point? Actually, I might have. Let's just use it. So right here, Rage was getting him off the throne. So, okay, so that was like 5 seconds slower. But 5 seconds, that's not a huge difference. But actually, I don't know if I used the Awakening skill. I feel like I always had the Awakening skill ready to go right here at this point. So I think that I wasn't using the Awakening skill. That's interesting. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just still continuing with this run, but the damage is more similar to Rage than I was expecting. So let's just put it that way. I was expecting Rage to kind of be noticeably better than Energy, but Energy is holding its own right here. And Energy would definitely outperform Rage if you had one reforged, because I don't have any reforged, so I will put that out there. If you have a reforged Energy, then yes, it's probably going to be doing a lot more damage than... Oh gosh, I was really close to the face change right there. I didn't even realize. I thought I had already done this face change. Whoops, that was a waste of an Awakening skill. So yeah, if you have a reforged one, then it's definitely going to be hitting significantly harder than Rage. But again, I don't know by how much. Okay, not bad, but not great. Alright, we need to get him to the dragon form. We need you to be in the dragon form. That was a really bad Awakening skill. Why did that do so little damage compared to the other ones? Ooh, we took a risk there. Ah, it still almost punished us, but we made it out alive. But we almost didn't. I was hoping that wouldn't proc. I was trying to get the buff and then go into this skill right after. Yeah, we started... That's gonna kill us, isn't it? Oh no, it didn't kill us. Now we gotta wait for this. I can't see anything on my screen. Fantastic. So now we do this. This will face change him, but we're far behind, so... Rage did end up outperforming because we're doing a lot better by this point with Rage. But again, I was missing a lot of procs, so there is that. Maybe if you played perfectly with your energy here, then you could definitely outperform the rage. It just seemed the rage is more convenient and easier to get that damage without, having to time everything too perfectly, because a lot of times I should have just waited since I saw my damage proc was off or didn't activate when it was supposed to, so I should have just stalled and realigned my rotation, but a few times I didn't, so I was proccing off of rotation, and that definitely hurts your damage quite a bit. So yeah, overall my verdict is energy performed better than I thought it was going to, but rage still looks like it's going to be the best option for X-23 if you want the most damage out of her. If the procs were more consistent, I definitely think energy would be a lot more enticing, but as it is right now, for ease of playability and then getting that damage consistently, definitely looks like rage. But energy again is a top contender here in terms of the damage, and surprised me on exactly how much it was doing, because in burst damage the energy is definitely outperforming the rage. But since the rage gets a little bit of extra damage after my skill rotation, because energy right here is basically getting my 5th skill proc and then all of that damage, and then the 5th skill ends and the proc is done. We still have that residual chain hit damage that's in effect, but with the rage still has, I think, like a second or two on its proc when my 5th skill is ending, and then I hop right into the 4th skill, so I get that little extra bit of burst damage right there from the 4th skill at the start of it, and that actually adds up over time. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it. She still isn't going to be, the best option really for anything. She's a fun character, and it looks like she can get the job done if you have slightly better stats than I do, especially if you have a reforged energy. But if you have slightly better stats in terms of your cards, if you have any pierce on your cards, then yeah, she's gonna be able to get through null for you, no problem, I would guess. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm happy with X-23. I wish she was a little bit better so I could keep one of these on her, but I'm probably just gonna take this off and give it to someone else that can put in a little bit more work. Like, this is probably going to go to either Beta Ray Bill or Gambit, if I'm being honest here, once I take this energy off of her. But hopefully you enjoyed the video nonetheless of this comparison. Let me know in the comments below if you like these kind of comparisons, if you think I should include something different when I'm doing these comparisons that maybe gives you a better idea of I don't know how well they perform with this particular CTP on, because right now I'm just taking them in against their best option for World Boss Ultimate. So she's physical damage, so Proxima, and then against Null because, well, Null is kind of the end game right there, so just to see her comparisons against him. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video here. A little longer than I expected, but hope you enjoyed nonetheless, and of course I will catch you in the next one.